Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Welcome to the series finale of Kingdom Hearts 2. This will be the final episode of the series. We are finally going to go through and open the door. Now, yeah, you could always take a moment to go back and do whatever you need to do, but I choose let's end this. So here we go, the three Keyblade wielders. We're all going to open the door and do what we need to do in order to finally put an end to everything that's been going on. What happens when Xehanort's heartless and nobody die? Well, as we've seen with Sora, they likely become a person again, so that's probably bad news for future entries, but I guess we will deal with it as of now. Oh, you chose obliteration. I like Xemnas as an evil antagonist. I think he does a really good job. I think he's strong. I like how the whole organization works together as a group. Although I do wish that, like, they just kind of talked to each other more, like, in their planning. Like, don't get me wrong, they seem like a pretty good group, but, like, they never seem to, like, actually accomplish their goals. Maybe that's because the goals aren't clear, right? Xemnas is obviously just doing a lot of this for himself, but regardless of that point, here we go. You get some flashy Kingdom Hearts 2 stuff, because Kingdom Hearts is trying to be above and beyond what Kingdom Hearts 1 was. So that's all expected. Like I said, Sora has a whole bunch of flashy moves now because I went and leveled a whole bunch of stuff up in between all these episodes. We were supposed to press triangle there. I didn't. Looks like there's not really a way to progress unless you press triangle there, so I missed it here again too, but got back. I'm assuming there would be something at the end here if we didn't press it, but we're going to press it on this one because I can actually see it coming this time. And then that gives us some more flashy dynamics here. Running on buildings. And now we have to knock some of these things into the core. Here, really what we're just doing is, yeah, knocking Heartless into, they call it, what do they call it? The cylinder. But it's really like the engine of this ship, so we're just essentially making it so that way this ship is not functional anymore. But that's all we're doing here. You know, like I said, a lot of the Kingdom Hearts 2 up until this point has been, let's show how much we can do, and that really comes out full swing in the finale here. Oh, excuse me. Woo. But yeah, it really comes out full swing in the finale, where they're like trying to show off, like, wow, look at how cool this game is, which, as you're gonna see on Wednesday's episode when we play Halo Combat Evolved, it's almost the opposite of that, where it looks stunning in the remastered version of Halo Combat Evolved, but it could use some work because it's a little all over the place and I don't think the system was ready to handle it, but we'll get there when we go into that Let's Play. But we have this series here where we have to beat the hell out of this door and then beat nobody spawning in. It's not that bad. Especially now that, like, we're using a lot of magic tactics and whatnot, like, just the sheer level of me going from being a button masher kind of player to actually using a lot of the mechanics in my favor is pretty cool. And we have Riku on the team too, which is also a big help. You know, we weren't able to play with him throughout the vast majority of this game, so it's good that he finally gets introduced as a team member. And not only a team member, but he also does, like, good chunks of damage when he does damage, and he's overall more helpful than the majority of team members. Outside of Donald and Goofy, he's probably our #1 pick here. So that's always good. Battle some more nobodies. Honestly, for a lot of them, I think, like, this magnet spell works the best. Like, for me personally, that's what I get the most use out of. Like, just going at them that way. And then you can use Reflect if they're going to attack. There we go, I leveled up to 51, so I am now technically one level over the recommended level for this world. But still, I think it's still challenging enough, especially like the final fight we're gonna have here. You'll see at the end of it, I actually do struggle a little bit. Like, it is not as straightforward. I would say Ansem in Kingdom Hearts 1 as a final boss looked really cool. He looked imposing and was dangerous, but not dangerous enough with like everything that game introduced that we can do. Like, we were able to just blast right through Ansem for the most part. Whereas here, Xemnas is going to have a lot more up his sleeve in terms of things we have to deal with. But there we go, we have beaten that part of the core, so it's falling off the body. And now we are here in Xemnas' throne room. I actually really like the throne version of Xemnas. It's definitely his weakest form, but he looks cool doing it, so I'll give him that. And he summons all the weapons of the other organizational members, which is pretty cool. And then anytime, he's pretty like well scripted. Some of these attacks coming in from the sides are random, but anytime he's going to do that sword thing, you can just use it. Like, there's so much of a wind up on it that you can know when it's gonna happen, and you could use Reflect to punish him for doing it. Like right there. Like, that was crystal clear he was gonna do that. And you can see, yeah, because of that, like, this fight becomes essentially nothing. Like, it's a very bare bones first battle here. But there we go. According to Kingdom Hearts, Xemnas has now been defeated. So I guess we didn't choose obliteration. Maybe obliteration of him, but that seemed like really easy in the grand scheme of things. And this is just Xemnas thinking that hearts are power and rage and all that good Kingdom Hearts logic, where now the good guys are going to be like, there's so much more to a heart than that, Xemnas. What are you talking about? And he's going to be like, oh, I did not even contemplate that. Oh, ho, ho, evil, evil. And yeah, it's all here for him just being evil. Just for the sake of being evil. That's a lot of his character arc. But now, as you can imagine here, this world is kind of falling apart now that we've won, because there's really no reason for it to be here. Riku's kind of questioning if he should even be part of the group, because he was a bad guy. Quote, quote, bad guy. I don't think he was a bad guy. It's like, I gave in to the darkness. I like this moment here. It's like, how am I gonna face everybody? He's like this. And yeah, it's kind of comical, but I honestly think it's pretty accurate for Riku's storyline. It's like, you know what? Riku chose to go down the route of darkness to protect everybody. That's pretty humbling. He dicked up in KH1, but he's making up for it now. He tries to summon a portal, but he doesn't belong in the Dark Realm any world. So it's like, well, that's good. Good character arc for Riku, but how are we going to get out of here? Because the whole world is going to oblivion. And, of course, the ghost of Naminé appears. And it looks like both Sora and Kairi can see her, but nobody else. She opens a dark portal. See, because none of them can see it. But there we go. Pluto goes running on in, because Pluto's done that this whole game. Thank God my dog does not like Pluto. Donald's like, come on! Donald, you should know by now, buddy. When we open a dark portal, and the main character hasn't walked through it, it means stuff is about to go down. And you helped me in the last big battle. I'm gonna need you here, buddy. So Naminé's talking to, which is gonna turn out to be Roxas here, of course. But honestly, and I know you guys may not be able to relate to it because we haven't played Chain of Memories yet, like the game that we're going to be doing next when we come back to the Kingdom Hearts series, the GBA game that takes place in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. But Naminé had a lot more of a relationship with Sora than she ever did Roxas. Like, at most, she had about 3 hours in the first couple episodes of this game to bond with Roxas. So, like, as heartwarming as this is between the two, and I get it, Sora doesn't remember the events from that game because we'll get into why that happens in that game, but it's really puzzling that she doesn't try to connect with Sora here. But apparently their hearts are hidden within inside of Sora, which we already knew for Roxas, and Kairi has Naminé's heart. So with them two being together all the time, it means that Roxas and Naminé will be together all the time. Very good outcome for everybody involved. Roxas is like, look sharp. Of course, that's something Sora would say, so it makes sense. Now, as they're questioning reality, yeah, you're still you from Riku. That's a good line. I think it's more for us than for them. But look at this. I mean, just take a look at what's happening here and guess what's going to happen. Right? Kairi walks in. We're running late to the party, and she's like, Sora and Riku, and all of a sudden the dark portal closes. And we are stuck here. Who could have predicted that? My dog just farted. That'll be funny to see if that comes up on the camera or not. But here we go. All of a sudden, this big energy core that we've never seen until just now. I guess we could put the blame, like, Kingdom Hearts was inside of this thing, maybe? Maybe we could say that? I don't know. But like any classical Kingdom Hearts game, when it comes to a finale, we need a big-ass dragon like we had in the first Kingdom Hearts game. We need some big floating character mass devastation thing for us to deal with at the end of the game, because that's how these always end. That's what we need. Riku grabs a speeder bike. I don't know if that's the official name of it, but that's what I'm going to call it. Sora stands on this little platform here, even though I would be hugging it and hoping not to die. So you got to give it to Sora there. And we have essentially, right, they were really proud about what they did with the gummy ship stuff in this game. So we have almost like a gummy ship mission here to kind of end it. Now this part could actually like really suck. Solely based off of, like you can't heal during this time period. You're completely vulnerable. And you're gonna see it goes on for quite a bit. So like if you take any damage here, like all damage that is dealt here actually means a lot. Because it could mean the actual end of your play. Right in this, and then you would have to restart it from here. Like have to do all the Xemnas battles and everything like that. Like there's no save point in between then and now. Once we walk through that door at the beginning of that episode, this is what you would have to restart. From start to finish. And it would blow. I've never had to do it personally. I don't know. I don't even think, even as a kid, I think I was able to get through it in one shot my first try. It's more challenging than it looks, but you can have a lot of things go wrong here. Like you can see, I'm already taking a good chunk of damage. And we have to take out both of these boosters, both the wings, and I think both the arms up here too. And Xehanort's up there in the head. Or Xemnas. Sorry, call him Xehanort. They're pretty... Every big bad in this game is pretty much a version of Xehanort. At some point in time or another. We're not quite yet there at the game explaining that to us, but I mean, that's pretty much what's happening here. But here we go, let's continue, let's take out this one. Got that out of the way, and then another soda pop. That one sprayed all over the room, so that's great. Fizzy. It's not what I'm drinking Keystone Light, but it was fizzy on the opening. But here we go, we're dealing with the dragon again. I don't know what the energy meter does at all. Maybe if it fills all the way, the dragon wins the fight. I have no idea. I don't think it ever gets to win. At least in this attempt of it. Maybe if you're playing on a harder difficulty, you actually have to pay attention to that, but like I said, any Let's Play we're doing on the channel, we're doing normal difficulty. There's just really no reason to do anything more. I like to approach all of these Let's Plays with the mindset of how would the average Joe, which is the name of the channel, come and approach these games. This is how they would do it. And now I'm just shielding and circling around because there's no limit on how much we use the shield, so might as well use it to its fullest ability in case any surprise attacks come inbound. But here we go, we got the second wing now here. I don't know if we have to take out the arms. I thought we did. I could be wrong though. We'll see here in a second, I guess. We'll find out. There we go, that arm is taken care of. Nope, yep, that's it. That's good. But you can see my health there is hurting, and I had no way to heal or use any items throughout any of that, so if we lost there, that could have been really scary. But down goes the dragon. He is fallen. He is fallen, folks. I'm sure he won't emerge again. Oh boy, he's emerging again. This isn't good. How many times do we need to save the world from darkness? How many times? So as it's hanging on to reality here, we're gonna have to go down and beat Xemnas to a pulp once again. Only this time, as I will explain here in a minute. Here we go, that goes into the Black Abyss, so we can't ride that out for safety. Whatever we do here, we're kind of stuck with the resolution.
Yeah? I wanted to thank Nominated, but I couldn't bring myself to say...
It's like, I couldn't find a way to say thank you to Nominate. Not until everything was back to the way it was before. He's like, we'll make it happen. Once it's over, you can tell her everything you want to. Which I gotta say, in Kingdom Hearts 2, Riku's Keyblade is peak performance here. The Way to Dawn is the name of his Keyblade, and it's the coolest Keyblade in the whole series. Look at it. It's awesome. Oh, why did I take that hit like a dummy? But you can see when we jump now, there is some gravitational pull, so it's trying to pull us out of like the head of this thing, which is really like the gimmick of this fight. It's the same exact fight that we had before, with him being a little bit stronger and gravity being all screwed up, and he's gonna throw us out of here and do a couple of extra moves from time to time. But you'll see them. There's nothing like too substantially different that would actually make it difficult. So we have to do this, and all we really have to do is work our way to a still platform. Those hit me, that was just me being stupid. But all we have to do is work our way to a still platform. And I think you should be able to hear it. It might be really tough because I know I dilute the noise a little bit on these Let's Plays. But I actually like Xemnas in here saying stuff like, Sora, do you really trust Riku? Riku, do you really trust Sora? Like, it goes to show that, like, he's not just a simple-minded character. He's trying to pit the two characters against each other. Like, he's intelligent enough to realize that, like, that is a good way to win here. Especially with the time that we spent separated from Riku. Like, from Sora's perspective. And Riku from Riku's perspective, right? Like, he knows Sora's been doing good, and he's been doing all this stuff to help Sora, but Sora, at the end of the day, kind of only wants what's best for him and Kairi at some point, too. And there was the whole Kingdom Hearts 1 where, I mean, we pretty much abandoned all our friends and thought taking care of Donald and Goofy and finding the king was a major responsibility for a long portion of time. Like, I could see Riku having his doubts. Not to mention a lot of the other stuff that we've yet to see, but has happened during these time periods. Like, it's actually a pretty good tactic on Xemnas' part, I guess, is the short story of what I'm trying to get to. And oh my god, I almost fell there. Hopefully that's the last time that happens to us. I think it very well may be. Like, I think we could just do a clean attack on him here and finish this battle up. Yep. There we go. So you would think, after all those battles, and he looks awesome there, that that would be the end of it. But it's not. There's even more battle. And this is probably one of the most notorious battles of Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot happens here. Just a ton. Like, it is by far the most difficult. I don't know. Outside of post battles, I would say this battle and Roxas's battle that we fought a couple episodes ago are pretty closely tied. I've just lost on this one so much as a kid that I am very, very well aware of how to deal with 90% of the battle effectively. The other 10 I get completely screwed on. I can outlive my opponent, and that's what it comes down to, but for 90% of it, I'm pretty well aware of what I'm doing. Now, you will see it will take me a minute to get back in the groove of what I need to do here, because it has been a long time since I've had this battle. It's been years since I played this, so I want to get back in the groove of dodging all this stuff out the gate, landing. I want to do a high potion on Sora, get him healed up. The hard part here is you can't really like hone in on Xemnas, because he's going to be creating copies of himself and doing stuff like that, so you can't really lock him in as much as I'd like to. Here we get our first couple initial attacks. We did okay damage there. It wasn't great. Okay. We need to get in there. We need to land attacks early on. That's going to be the key for beating him. There we go. The reflect always helps. It was that first one there. Okay, beat him a little. Let's do some retaliation here. Yeah, he's gonna spawn that. He's that one over there. Okay, okay, reflect. Okay, I'm gonna potion up. I feel like I'm gonna need reflect a lot more than I think I need reflect. Just because of how Xemnas plays out, like, he's able to get a good amount of attacks in. He's gonna do this thing again where we just have to press the reaction command endlessly and move up this chain so that way he can't hit us. If you do just jump out of it, you want to pick an opportune time where he's not gonna hit you and then just kind of float off to the side, I guess is the best way to put it. But I have my items locked up. I end up healing. That's fine. Okay, yeah, let's throw that out there for everybody. Reflect. Very good. Get some good damage in there. Reflect! Reflect it all out at him. Okay, that's not the real him. That's the real him up there. See, you could get really sucked in this battle and be damaging something that's not even worth damaging. That's once you get this far in the fight, you're almost better off becoming more defensive than offensive, because you could get spammed a lot. Then he does this thing where he controls Sora, and we actually take control of Riku and have to jump in here in order to save the day. So we can only jump, use Dark Aurora, or attack. So what we want to do is, because you can see it's slowly chipping away at my health, is jump, use Dark Aurora a couple times until we land, and then that's how we make our way over to Sora, essentially. There, I kind of got walled a couple times. But I think there's a reaction command over here. Yep, there it is. There we go. And then we'll do a whole boatload of damage here to Xemnas. Very nice. Throw him in the air, and we should be able to punish him for what he just did. But that'll lead into his next attack, which is going to be sending us up in the air and doing this thing again. Only this time, he's going to be really, really aggressive on the ground when we land. It's going to be hard. I'm going to honestly depend on Riku while I outmaneuver him to do a lot of my damage. Because otherwise he's just going to be doing crap like this where I'm just continuously going to get bum rushed. Like, that's all that's going to happen. I think we should throw out a potion here. Okay, there we go. We were able to get in some damage there. That's nice. It's hard. He's so mobile. And then he starts doing this to, like, the fullest extent, which I get, but I feel out of all his moves, that one's the most unfair. And he spams it at this point in time. So I really need Riku to get in there and do some damage. So that way we can initiate his endgame maneuver. Because we can abuse his endgame maneuver big time. Oh man, Riku, I need you in there, Riku. I'm out of items. I can't heal. Oh, and I can't even retaliate. This is not looking good. Okay, Riku healed me. Thank you, Riku. Like I said, Riku is actually a really, really good teammate at this point in time in the game. I mean, you would hope so, being as it's the end of the game, but Xemnas is really able to out-resource us. But here we go. Here's his endgame retaliation move. So you have to press A and Y as fast as you can, otherwise you will begin to take damage. But we are effectively just dodging thousands of bullets coming at us. And something like this will likely be the actual thumbnail for the video, I'm sure, because it's just a sight to behold. But after we do that, I believe we get a little bit of a cutscene here of the dynamic duo. Another soda pop. They're going up, trying to put Xemnas down. Then we use the Keyblade here to essentially, like we did in the first game, seal a keyhole, but we're going to seal it right through Xemnas' heart. Or lack thereof, I guess. But there we go. Now we just wail on him until he's dead. Because he's dead. We just need to finish a combo. There we go. We have defeated the threat. The Zebra Coat Xemnas man is done. And honestly, in my beliefs, this would have been a really, really good way to end the series. Like, above and beyond optimal. But that's alright. We defeat all these nobodies. Riku's worn and torn. He's done.
Don't say another word.
Like, don't say another word. It's not over. It's just not. Come on. We're in the realm in between, Riku. You and I can emerge out of this.
Even if we could go on.
I mean, man, you were in the realm of darkness.
Oh, come on, Riku. You've been hanging out in darkness too long.
Yeah, you've been hanging out in the darkness too long, brother. Come on, you've been there forever. Things can get better. You just gotta let them get better, my man.
You got it.
That's all you gotta do.
You know, I always figured I was better at stuff than you. Really?
And then they're having some heart-to-heart moments here.
Kinda always thought.
Which is cool. It's cool to see them, you know, like, since they were sassy kids on the island in the first game. It's good to see them come back to, like, okay, well, like, things are defeated now. So, you know, like, we don't really have to bicker anymore, you know? We kind of made our way through all this shit. Now we're in the world of darkness, of course. At what he calls the end of the road, which is the sea here in the realm of darkness. He's like, put me down, I can walk. He's still pretty stumbly, but he's trying his best. Sora goes down to the sea. He's trying to talk to Riku about maybe how the darkness has gotten him, but we look back and Riku's fallen over like a life alert person who's like, help me, I've fallen and can't get up. Ah! But it's alright. We go and we help Riku.
This is what the world really is.
Riku likes the darkness.
Maybe I should get darkness. Riku,
And we're like, Riku, why, man?
the world is made of light and darkness.
And he's like, if the world is made up of light and darkness,
Will be the darkness.
will be the darkness. I honestly love the train of thought here.
The other side.
Kairi, Mickey, all those people being on the light side, and then we'll be in charge of the darkness. We could deal with the shit.
Others are bad.
I really like this. I think this is like a really smart move.
Sora, could you help me?
And he's like, can you help me down? I want to get to the water. We're like, okay, Riku. Okay. We can do that. But no, I really like that. And I hate that like so many games like just make it like a character moment where then that character becomes better. But like that should really happen. Somebody who is completely light turns to the dark, but is still good. And they're just using their power to control the dark. Like, it doesn't need to be that complex.
What I said back there,
It makes sense that you would want to do it.
thinking I was better at stuff than you. To tell you the truth, Sora,
And tell you the truth, Sora, I'm jealous of you. Like, why? Why are you jealous of me, Riku?
life the way you do.
Just wish I could just follow my heart like you do. You follow your heart too, but it's also partially controlled by Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. So that's your problem, my friend. We didn't let a literal demon demigod inhabit our body. But you've been doing the same thing. It's just, sometimes when you follow your heart, you follow it to make friends with Mufasa, and other times you summon Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and try to cloud the world in your vengeance.
I'm okay the way
Could go either way.
I've got something you could never imitate too.
But they're having good moments. They're having good moments. Let's recognize the moments. It is, of course, because it's the finale. We're gonna have to hit a part in the video where the audio is gonna sound like it completely died out. It's still there. It's just very, very low, and I have to talk a lot when it comes on screen because there are songs and copyright issues that YouTube wouldn't be happy with to put in the slightest. But here we go. A bottle washes up, and I'm calling bullshit on this. I love this game, but this is bullshit. There's no way Kairi's letter that she sent out when she couldn't remember who Sora was made it out here to the realm of darkness and found its way into the main antagonist.
Sora,
It doesn't make sense. It's not realistic at all. It's complete and utter bull crap. But I'll live with it. And here we go. This is actually where we'll probably end up getting a good snippet of for the finale because we want it to be this clean-cut HD kind of version looking, whatever you want to call it. I do have to talk throughout this portion of the song here really isn't as I would say critical in sort of like censorship and things like that, but I could see Disney getting very upset with me leaving the audio up at this section, but it didn't directly have the song in it, so I kind of felt like it was worth the risk here for a couple seconds to see if I could get away with just talking over it loudly and seeing what we could do there. But here we go. All of a sudden, the Realm of Light is open up to us solely because Kairi wanted the Realm of Light to open up to us, so that's very cool. Like, Riku, come on, let's go, buddy. Let's go back to the Realm of Light, and we could have a good time. We could have a good time. We could return to all our friends and family. Although it does make sense that, like I said before, Riku staying here and being in control of the Realm of Darkness while Sora's in charge of the Realm of Light is honestly a pretty good fate for the group. And a pretty good fate for, like, the world moving past all of these events that have happened because hey, like, if anything's going on in the Realm of Darkness, we could just ring our good old pal Riku and be like, what's going on there? You're in charge, and he could just let us know. Like, he has power if we leave him there. But I get everybody wants to have a happy ending, so we gotta have a happy ending. And there we go. We land back on Destiny Islands. Sora and Riku have returned. And I believe we see Kairi here when we land pretty quickly. There she is. Yeah, she sees us. She's like, hey, you numbskulls. I thought you guys were dead. You were in the Realm of Darkness for a long time. I don't know how time has become since we've been gone, but I'm sure it wasn't like quick and easy, like really smooth and whatever. But this is the part in the time in the video where I actually do have to talk a lot because yeah, the song is playing, and it is like I said, you probably can't hear it at all, but we kind of have to go through all of it. And just to show it, I mean, it's cool. It's very cool. If there's a copyright claim or anything like that, I understand. But, I mean, we have to get through this sort of thing. So, it is what it is. I will continue to talk through it, because if you talk through it fully and it's not the intent of the video, you know, you can't really knock it. It's just us being us on the channel. Like, we just want to show the gameplay. I'm not doing this to show the music. I'm doing this so that way we can actually see how the game plays. But I understand the frustration with the game developers as to why they believe you shouldn't be able to do that, but it's also okay. So, you know, I get it. I completely get it. And yeah, there we go. We close it up. Now, I did not want to show all of the post-credit stuff. There is going to be a short little scene, our stats maybe. Now, maybe I cut our stats out of it, but I thought it would be better to just let the rest of it play out without, like, all the here's who made the game and things like that. They do deserve a massive amount of credits, so if you check out the post-credit sequence at all, I mean, it's well worth the watch. But for the sake of today's video, because it was already approaching 40 minutes, I just wanted to post it out there. To everybody who hung on this late in the video, thank you so very much. I hope you all loved this Let's Play series. Like I said, for me, this is my favorite game. Maybe my favorite game of all time. It's definitely in my top 3. But I hope you enjoyed watching this Let's Play as much as I enjoyed making this Let's Play for all of you. It is a shame that we are ending it here because there is so much post-content stuff, but we got to get moving on some other projects I got going on, and I'm very excited to see what all that becomes. So, like I said, if you like this series or this video at all, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational for myself in making videos just like this now and in the near future. We're done with this posting here as of Monday, so this series is wrapped up, but we will be starting Halo Combat Evolved this Wednesday. And yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. We're still continuing with Pokemon Soul Silver over there on Tuesdays and Thursdays until we finish up that series. But yeah, you know, go and check out those Let's Plays. And if you're in a rush to see more Kingdom Hearts content, drop that in the comments below. You know, maybe after Halo Combat Evolved, the next Kingdom Hearts game will become my top priority because people love it so much. But yeah, till next time, guys, everybody take it easy, and we hope to see you all here on the next episode. Till then, peace out, Girl Scout. Enjoy my my post-credit stats here. Hope you all have a snazzy week.